But I seen you on iShowSpeed. How was that?
I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, but they didn't make me sign an NDA. That's the truth. Like,
how was it being black, being born in Indonesia as a black woman? How was that? How was it being a black model in Indonesia?
Oh, that's a good question.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video on my channel. And this video is gonna be a little bit different because I got a special guest. Y'all never seen me introduce or interview or talk to any locals, really, from any country I've been in. Like, y'all know I've been in Indonesia, I've been in Thailand, I've been in South Africa. But today I got a special guest. Not only is she an Indonesian local, but she also has a successful modeling career. She was on Indonesia's Next Top Model. She was on TED Talks and all this other stuff. So today we're gonna interview each other because I've been knowing her for a month. We've been friends and we inspire each other, to be honest, like in so many ways. And I just thought it would be best just to have her on camera and we just have the questions. I don't know what she's finna ask me, but y'all, we're finna go through this. And by the way, I wanna make it very clear, we're friends. So I don't wanna hear nothing in the comments about anything else, we're just friends. So anyways, introducing Peace Jemima. Yeah, y'all, Peace in the building. So Peace, tell them where you from. Where you from, Peace?
I'm Indonesian. I'm Indonesian and Nigerian.
So you're Indonesian and Nigerian.
Yes.
And she lives in Jakarta.
Yep, born and raised.
So you're born and raised in Jakarta.
Yeah.
So first question I got, and we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna ask each other questions. So I wanted to give that introduction for you, but we're gonna go back and forth. All right. So how was it being? Because when I first got to Jakarta, it was different than Bali. Like, this is my first time in Jakarta. But when I first got to Jakarta, it was like I had little kids like staring at me because I was black. Like, they never seen a black person ever before. So like, how was it being black, being born in Indonesia as a black woman? How was that?
First of all, I can relate to that. I can relate to, it's not like in a racist way, just so you know. It's like just out of curiosity because they've never seen a black person before. Yeah. So they're just like, who's this? Because the majority of the foreigners here are usually white. Yeah. But it's not as much as Bali. Yeah. And like being a black woman here it's a whole different experience. It's unique. It's you gotta really be patient, you know, sometimes, and you gotta see it, understand it from their perspective, that they're just curious. You know, people be like, "Can I touch your hair?" Like strangers, and I'd be like,
I have all that now. I have that.
And I'd be like, no, but I mean.
How was it being a black model in Indonesia?
Oh, being a black model.
Being a black model. So not just being black in Indonesia, but being a model.
Being a model?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I mean, being a black model in Indonesia is almost kind of like the same way as like being like a black woman in Indonesia. It's like very unique, you know. Sometimes when I work, it's like I get like a different treatment sometimes because like sometimes hairstylists or makeup artists don't really know how to like, you know, pick the shades back then, but over time, it's like, because there's more black models, it's like there's more progress and there's more diversity, and it's like I'm happy to be able to represent the black women here. Yeah,
and y'all, she's an icon. So for some of you that don't know, my mom used to watch America's Next Top Model and all this other stuff growing up. So when she told me that, I was like, what? She really inspired me because I get so many people in the comments, y'all tell me, Marco, you should be a model, you need a model, you need a model. And I'm so fixated on business and making content online. And so that's why I wanted to bring her on camera. But nevertheless, how was it being on Indonesia's Next Top Model?
Oh, wow.
How was that?
It was fun. I kind of miss it sometimes because it was like a once in a lifetime. It's a once in a lifetime experience.
Like I've never actually watched an episode. Like my mom would have it on while we were working out, but I've never watched it because I was so young and I didn't really care when I was young. So like was it like episodes and it was just like y'all just like what was it about? Like I just wanna
basically like it's more like a reality show where like there's like a house full of models and like each of us get eliminated each week. So every week there's an elimination, there's challenges and mini challenges, And yeah, it's just like they record everything, all the drama in the house and outside of the house during the challenges. People ask me this all the time, is it like scripted? And the answer is no, it's not scripted.
It's not scripted.
At all. But the thing is, our phones are taken away. So no phone, no internet.
What?
No
I'm just
television.
kidding.
Yeah, seriously. No phone, no internet, no television, no new music. So it's like we're in our own world. So anything any model does is a huge deal.
What?
That's the drama.
So the thing, so one fun fact about Peace, she loves to stay on her phone. So how did that affect you?
That was crazy. Yeah. I'm like,
it was hard.
But it's not just me. Everyone in this generation is like addicted to their phones.
Yeah.
You too.
A little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so like it was a little hard, but like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Plus we're so busy every time. Like we have a schedule, we gotta wake up at this time, do our makeup at this time, get in the car at this time, do a photo shoot this time, so it's like nonstop. We only have like one free day every week or something. I forgot. So,
that's interesting. All right, what questions you got for me?
So, I mean, like, I know you're a businessman, and that also inspires me because I also want to be an entrepreneur in the future. So, I want to ask like questions about business because I know like you've been into like you told me that you started doing business since you were 19. Yeah. And like you handle like multi-millionaire companies. Yeah. So to me, that's like insane because when I was 19, I have no clue about business. So like I want to ask you a few questions about like.
What's the first question you got for me about that?
My first question would be, so how did you learn how to handle everything at such a young age? Like.
So basically, how did I learn to handle things?
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I've always been a very organized, very structured person. So a lot of people glorify like being an entrepreneur. They glorify this, but it takes a lot of self-discipline and it takes a lot of focus. And ever since I was a kid, I've always been structured. I've always had my mom used to say I was OCD. Like she would always say I was OCD and everything like that. But I think for me, that kind of helped me always being structured. I've always naturally been structured, but I think the help came from knowing that I can't do everything. Like in business, people feel like they need to be the best at everything in their company.
At once.
They need to be everything. But one thing I had to learn and something my uncle taught me was that you can have a jack of all trades and be a master at none. You just have to know what you're good at and be good at that one thing, hire other people that could fulfill those other things that can allow for you to focus on what you do best. I hope that answers your question in terms of like managing your time. And,
it does.
Yeah. I got you in deep thought.
Yeah,
I got her thinking.
Like,
I got her thinking.
That is so cool. That's insane. Like, what made you have the guts to like even like travel and start doing all of these things? Like
to travel?
Not the guts. I don't know how to word it.
Yeah, the guts to travel and.
Yeah, like you were you said you've been to Thailand and like other countries and like you've basically been living alone and like. Yeah. Yeah.
So. I would have to give this credit, honestly. I never thought I would leave the country ever in my life. When I was in LA, because I lived in LA for 2 years, you know this, but I was living in LA for 2 years, and I moved to Bali with my family. So when I moved to Bali with my family, I realized that America it's not the only beautiful place in the world. Like as an American and when you only know America, it's like, oh, okay, that's the only beautiful place that you know of, but it's actually other places out there that are just as beautiful. And I think I fell in love with traveling when I moved in with my family. They gave me the confidence. Like when I moved out with my family, I moved out with my cousin and my uncle, they gave me the confidence to be like, hey, I can actually do this, and I can actually travel. And I think that's what gave me the push and the confidence to actually be like, okay, and to keep traveling and do it alone. And I like to be alone. I like alone time. So.
Yeah, me too. A little bit. I like to be alone.
That's how we're similar. We're both kind of introverted.
Yeah. This is random, but if you could make a business tomorrow in Indonesia, like with starting off with like $1,000, what kind of business would you?
Would I start?
Would you start here?
Honestly, like I said, I would start with something I'm good at, that I'm skilled at, which is sales. I know how to sell. So I have to, first off, I think that it's very important to have a skill set to make sure that you hone in on that skill set, right? So I think that I have the ability to, I sell life insurance, but I think I could sell pretty much anything. And it's a skill that I've developed over some years, and it took time and work. So honestly, if I had to start a business out here, it would be something in sales. And I would take that and I would try to expand on that company. So whatever the market has, that is, for me, I look for security in the market. Like life insurance is a very secure industry, and then I would capitalize on that. But I would build on the skill set that I already pretty much have.
What is so like starting a business, obviously you have to take a lot of risks, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever like took a risk and be like, damn, I regret that? Like how do you like build yourself back up from that?
Build myself back up from failing.
From failing, yeah. Because
honestly,
everyone's gonna fail when they start a business.
Yeah. Like, if I'm being honest, at a company a couple months ago, I invested a lot of money into, and it ended up not working. And I think for me, I didn't take it too well. If I'm being quite transparent, I didn't take it too well. But I learned from that mistake, because one thing I know is that, in business, I failed multiple times in business. I failed and failed and failed. And one thing I know to be true is that when I fail, I learn, and I know what to do differently. So like, if you're in a business, I'm gonna make this about you guys as well. If you're starting something, you feel like things aren't working well right now, it's just an opportunity for you to learn and do something different. But to answer your question, I think that failure is a part of the process. It's not easy when you fail, because sometimes it does make you want to give up. I'm just being honest. I wanted to give up. Like when I failed and I put all my money and I put my time into something, it made me want to give up. It did. But I had solid mentors be like, no, Marco, you're headed in the right direction. Because we had a conversation actually before this, but having solid mentors and having solid people in your life that can give you the ear, but also being that person to also uplift yourself. So working on yourself is probably the biggest investment you can really make, before you even start a business, because you are going to fail. Whether you want that to happen or not. And you've experienced this even in your modeling career. You failed multiple times because you told me like you failed multiple times to get into your first agency. Like you got rejected multiple times. So regardless of what you want to be successful at, I think that is just learning from that. But being able to pick yourself up, is very important. I think that's a big key. Like, I think you're your biggest investment, to be honest. So I got a question. This is gonna be a little off topic, a little non-professional question. Okay. But I'm just kind of curious on this because I seen this, but you didn't know I seen this. So I'm gonna just ask this, and we can cut this out the video. We can cut this out the video. We can cut this out the video. But I seen you. I'm gonna roll the clip. I'm gonna roll the clip. But I seen you on iShowSpeed. How was that?
What's good?
Hey, what's good?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
I see you on iShowSpeed, yo. What the heck?
Oh my God.
How was that? How did that even happen though?
Okay.
How did that even happen?
So to be 100%, I've never said this online, but it was a job. I'm not lying. So I have multiple managers in Jakarta, right? I have one agency in Korea, one agency in Bali. But one of my Jakarta managers literally sent me like the night before open casting for a famous worldwide YouTuber. So I applied and then I sent my Instagram. And so like a few hours later, they're like, "Peace, you're locked." But I didn't know who the YouTuber was.
You didn't know who he was?
I didn't know. And like, it was like, the shoot was like 4 or 5 p.m. So after uni, I pulled up to the spot because they accepted me. And then backstage, all the girls were watching Speed on the screen. And I didn't know Speed until that day. So that was
snap. And for some of y'all that don't know iShowSpeed, because I know some artists a little bit older, he's a very successful streamer online. So yeah. What?
That was the first time I even knew of Speed. I've never even, maybe I've seen him online. He's very famous, but I wasn't familiar with his face at all until that day. all the girls already knew him, and like, you know, obviously it was a casting. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, but they didn't make me sign an NDA. That's the truth. Like, and obviously, like, it's a stream. The stream itself wasn't scripted, but to find the models that show up to the stream, that's paid. It's all paid.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was a modeling job.
I love it.
I thought it was like, because it was like looking for models for like a worldwide YouTuber. I thought I was gonna like model for a clothing line or something like that. I didn't know it was gonna be like a speed dating. Like, they did not tell me that at all. So I was like, okay, so I'll take this as like acting, because I just graduated acting school this year, January. So I was like, no, it was fine. I mean, it's a job. And they didn't make me sign anything, so I can say this. This is the truth, and I even have proof of it. If like,
nah, forget it. No, we don't gotta go into all that. But nah, I just wanted to go off script for that one.
But it was so fun. Like, Speed was actually so nice, and like,
No, that's good. All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap this up. I got two. We're gonna answer one question each, and then we're gonna wrap this video up because this video is gonna be long. But my question for you, Peace. My last question for you is gonna be, what is one advice that you would give somebody in America that wants to start a modeling career?
If you really know you can and you want to, just don't give up, and don't let the no's and the rejections get into you. Get to you, not get into you. Get to you. And what else? I'm 5'5". I know that for a model it's short, and I'm aware of that. But literally, don't. Guys, like, oh, my head's not showing.
Shit, I'm sorry.
I know I'm 5'5", and I'm aware that like I'm short for a model, but don't let it get into you, as long as you believe in yourself. Because I'm 5'5", but I still get to model abroad, and I got signed to an agency abroad. Meanwhile, the girls that are super tall in my country never even got a chance to model abroad. It's because like I believe in myself, and also because of God. But like, just don't give up, and just, you know.
And that goes for anything. That goes for anything you do. Cause
just keep the
cause she's like, not only, you know, you being 5'5", but being black in Indonesia, where they glorify. I mean, I could cut this out. I mean, if this offends you, but I mean, to be honest with you, but to be honest with you, they glorify lighter skin out here. So you know, the fact that you do have that is very inspiring, and I think that's what makes it very inspirational.
And you don't need to cut it off, because it's the truth. They do glorify like the truth is, Indonesians aren't even that light. But all of us, like, most Indonesians want to be lighter so bad. Like, I don't understand, but it's okay. We're starting to slowly embrace like being there. I mean, I'm tan, but tan Indonesians are starting to embrace their natural tan skin more nowadays. So it takes time, I guess.
Yeah, but that's still inspiring. One last question. What's the last question?
So the last question is, what advice would you give an aspiring entrepreneur in Indonesia?
I would say my advice for anybody is to first, it's going to be kind of similar to what you said, but first, I think, work on the vision that you have and believe that it's possible. You know, because it's easy for you to be talked out of a dream and talked out of something that you want to do. It's very easy to. So first off, just work on yourself, first off, believing that it's possible. And then I would say, honestly, taking steps forward to that and not stopping, not giving up, regardless of how many rejections, because we talked about rejection a lot in this. Rejections and failures, don't let that stop you, and just keep going, because the sky's the limit.
So, ooh, I like that. The
sky's the limit, y'all. But anyways, y'all, we're gonna wrap this video up. We actually had some noodles we were actually gonna eat during this video, but we ended up not even eating the noodles.
It's already like cold.
The noodles are already cold, but y'all, we're gonna wrap this video up. Anyways, if y'all wanna see Peace in another video, I'm gonna be in Bali for a little bit before I go to America, and then I think I'm gonna come back to Bali. But if y'all wanna see Peace in another video, comment that down below. And make sure that y'all comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video. Let's get it.
Follow my Instagram and YouTube.
And follow her Instagram and YouTube.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace out.